Every month, we pick one lucky commenter and subscriber from all of our unboxings, and they win a £100 OnTableTop gift card. And remember to click that little bell, because that really helps us out.
Hi everybody, it's Justin from OnTableTop. I'm back with Jerry, and today we are having a look at some Team Yankee. Jerry, what have you got for me?
I've got the first line of defense from NATO, or as the box is called, NATO's first line.
I see. So, who are we expecting to see in this box?
Well,
aside from NATO,
we're seeing some helicopters, BO-105s, and some Leopards, and they can be built for a variety of nations. So the stat cards are in there as well for German, Canadian, or Dutch variants.
No, specifically West German for this game, because West and East Germany are different factions.
Well, yes, but if it's a Leopard, the East Germans don't get those, because they're rocking the Soviet stuff.
Of course. Now, on the back of the box, it actually gives you all this information really quickly. So there's your helicopters, there's your tanks. There is a Canadian and a Dutch version on here, which I find quite interesting.
Yeah, Canadian, Dutch, and German version. The Germans supplied to all. They were very good like that.
Well, this is something myself and John were talking about recently, is that currently in the arms dealerships of the world, Germany actually makes some really good stuff.
Always have.
Well, if you get a Rheinmetall gun on a tank, it's not bad. Right, so first thing out of the box is something I always like to see in these. You get yourself a mini rulebook.
Yep.
So everything you need to play in the box, except for dice and tape measure.
Yeah, handy to stuff in a bag.
Yeah, see, I always like these because you can just fit them into, like, if you've got big combats or something, the big pockets on the side, just drop it in there, job done. And then let's get into some of the actual sprues. So I need to separate them out just a little bit. So we have built a little bit from what's in here, haven't we, Jerry?
Yep.
So we get 3 tanks and 2 helicopters.
We do.
All right, so there's a complete thing for a tank.
There is a complete thing for a tank,
correct. Okay, so along the bottom, we've got top of the hull, side of the hull.
Yep.
Now that is something I always find interesting with these, because these components actually glue onto the sides here, which means there's no detail here, and they can actually get finer detail actually casting flat. We've then got side skirts, lower hull, bottom of a turret, bottom of another turret, because I'm guessing the variants, the turrets change, do they?
Yes.
We've then got all of our hatches, we've got some jerry cans, we've got some stowage, we've got the back of the hull, we've got sides of one of the turrets, we've got what looks to be spare track, machine guns. Very nice.
Yeah.
We then come across to the other side, and yes, so you can instantly see the difference between the turrets, because you've got the very square boxy one and the more rounded one.
Yeah, so the boxy one is the standard Leopard turret, which Germany use, and the Canadians, and then the rounder one is the Dutch variant.
Okay. We've got the gun mantlet, we've got a couple of pegs for the different turret variants, because you can build both. Yeah. Which is nice, because it gives you that
swap in, swap out
modularity in your kit, which is nice. We've then got the tracks, which they've managed to get some really great details just down and through here, which I quite like. And then we've got a couple other little bits of spare track and stuff on here. So you have a built one.
I have built one.
And it is primed. So this is built as the standard Leopard, I'm guessing?
Yeah, standard Leopard one.
Right. It's a lovely kit whenever it goes together. There is so much detail on this for a 15mm kit that you can just work and play and have fun with. What do you think, Jerry? Good tank, bad tank? Or do I need a John?
It's a decent tank. It's so decent, in fact, that Canada didn't replace that until 2000.
Really?
So it was 30 years in service, and they brought that in to replace the British Centurion, I believe, in the late 70s. So it certainly ran its course. In fact, we've got the stat cards for them there.
If you want to grab those while I quickly show everybody the helicopter.
Yeah.
So our helicopter is a BO-105.
BO-105 from the Messerschmitt company.
Yep. So we've got rocket pods on the side. We've got the landing skids. We've got the side of the main body with the tail boom on here. We move on down. Other bits for the rocket pods. Front of the canopy. We've then got the other side of the body. We've then got a couple of different little tail rotors and a couple of main rotors. Now this is something I'd like to see, because this is a very delicate part. Whenever you're clipping it off the sprue, you should be a little careful, just in case you break it. So it's nice to see you've got a duplicate there.
You don't have a duplicate.
Do you not? Right, yeah, so it's 4 rotors.
Yeah, it's 4 rotors.
Apologies. We've then got...
Don't break any of those, you need them both.
Okay, we've then got a little tail boom and the little bit that actually connects the rotors to the main body. So that's everything. Right, stats-wise.
So what they actually have here is they've got multiple cards depending on your faction of choice. So for example, there's the Canadian, essentially, brigade group, so it tells you your movement orders and also what you can have within inside your actual force. And then with that, you get your
Cards. So we've got Leopard C1.
Yep.
And Armored Squadron card.
Yeah. And they have these for each of the nations. So we also have the Dutch formation card. And then the Dutch variants as well.
I see. So,
in fact, and then there's their squadron. So they can have various ones. Just having a look to see if there's much of a difference. They all mount the 105. Yeah, they all mount the 105 main battle guns. So
even the Canadians? Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
105 L7. So there is a slight difference.
Yeah, they're all the L7s. Or
Well, no, the
somebody
Canadians
have something different, do they?
The Dutch are just a 105 gun.
All right, so shorter range.
Yeah, so there is a little difference. So you've got your German Panzer Division, and then the stat cards.
And then the stat cards again for those. Company, squadron, and single Leopard. So it's really nice being able to get everything in these boxes.
It's also a good thing because for me, Flames of War and the system for Flames of War, I've always been mildly confused on force building.
Right.
It's always just overwhelmed me slightly. So
all right. I know, it's very easy. It's just follow the charts. We're all for that. There's actually 2 sets of order cards in here. The backs of them are different for no reason, except it's nice to have different backs. But it gives you the 6 movement orders, 5 movement orders that you have in the game. So your blitz, you follow me if you're looking to pass over, that sort of thing.
And then we've got the helicopter.
Yeah. So have a look at the actual built one.
Yeah, it's quite a nice kit whenever you see it put together. So it's got some nice detail on here. I always wonder how you paint windows on something like this.
There's a couple of different ways you can do. I wonder how they painted it on this. They just painted it a matte blue and gloss varnished the ever-living bejesus out of it.
All right.
If you have a look at that.
Well, that'll work.
Yeah,
I see it.
So that's a good way.
Yeah.
A very thin, very thin, a very bright silver over the glass, and then a blue ink wash over the top.
Really?
Will give you that blended look. Or if you want to be clever, you can do the blue to white actual proper blending.
I see.
And then
we just have the one stat card for
just
this,
the one
yeah?
stat card for him.
Because I assume it's the same across all of them.
It is, yeah.
Nice. Well, everybody, that is NATO's first line for Team Yankee. Is this a force that you've tried yet? Is it a force that you're maybe thinking of? Myself and Jerry will move on, and we'll see you again soon.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.